Why should we meditate? Before you understand this, you tell me. Do you want to be really happy in your life? Do you want to be really successful? Now, how do you define success? A state of being where you are continuously and constantly fulfilled within yourself. When you look at your life, your own life, do you want to be feeling fulfilled about it? Or do you want to just be okay, I just lived it kind of a feeling? If you want to live happily, blissful, and if you want to be continuously fulfilled within you, you have to understand you cannot do it with the same mind that you already have, because if you already have all that, then you would not want to seek it. We only desire what we do not have. Yes or no? We only desire. Now, people with two working hands, two working legs, do they want or can they ever desire to be, cutting off or chopping off their hand? No, it's not possible. People who are already 100 crore rich, now do you think they will have a desire to be 100 crore rich? They will aspire to be 200 crore, 300 crore, more, but they will not want to be go down. Remember, mind is tuned to rise up and grow into a higher dimension, but never practically want to go down into a lower dimension. But you have to understand one thing. How is your mind formed? Your mind is formed by the experiences and your perceptions that you have gathered from your surroundings. And all the experiences that you have gathered from your surroundings, all the perceptions that you have gathered from your surroundings, create a network or a complex network of thought patterns within you. You come from a Punjabi background, you think like a Punjabi. You come from a Kerala background, you think like a Kerala. You come from a scarcity background, you think like a scarcity mind person. You think like an abundance person, then you think like an abundant person. What is your background? Those kind of experiences and situations fill you in your life generally. Even if you are an abundant and if you are experiencing distractions or various, when life becomes very easy, then you take things for granted. And what is your experience in your life? That becomes your state of mind. So fundamentally, what is meditation? The word medre, the root for the meditation, medre, also means focus. Where to focus? Meditation is an absolute focus, awareness of your own self, of your own infinite self. It's not about God or it's not about any chakras. Meditation is about being aware of your own self, being aware of your thought, and being aware of the infinite potential experience within you. What you are focused upon, that grows. What you are not focused upon, that deteriorates in life. So if you are continuously and constantly focused on your surroundings, on your situations in life, then automatically the effectiveness of your own self decreases. But if you focus on yourself, the effectiveness on the situations around you increases. So fundamentally, if you want to increase your influence on your surroundings, then you have to meditate on yourself. If you want to increase your influence on your surroundings, then you have to meditate on yourself. If you have to or want to increase the situational influence on you, because somebody said something to me, that day I got depressed or more demotivated like that, and I was not feeling well. because something happened, because I was not given opportunities, because I was not having so and so things, I was not feeling well. Situations, surroundings influencing you. No matter what happened, I decided this has to happen and I influenced my surroundings. That also can be an option. So, if you want to be influential on your surroundings, then you have to be strong. Where? In your mind. You have to be strong in your mind. If you are the most important person in your life, then the experiences of the surroundings, then you start influencing, dictating terms to your surroundings. If you are just an influence, it happened so with me, I felt like that, it happened so I was like this, there was no opportunity, you think like that, then automatically they become more influenced on you. Life is all about what you do to it. Only when you stop influencing life, life starts influencing you. And remember, life will always influence you to be lower than what you are and keep pushing you down, because any life that happens automatically to you is because of the surrounding and the surrounding people. And only when you come second, somebody will come first. Only when you are supporting them, people will grow. Yes or no? Example, a businessman. He wants to grow in life, and for him, he is the most important person. And then he grows. In his company, in his office, he will have many people working for years together. Do you think he will mentor them, or he can mentor them into and being a successful entrepreneur? Very rarely possible. Why? Because remember, it is the quality of your mind that decides the openness of the ideas also. Yes or no? You might have seen in your friends and relatives, you try to explain them what is good for them, they understand, but again come up with, but I understand, but I still don't get it, I cannot able to do it, I'm not able to do it, but these are the obstacles in. They will still come up with that but. I understand, but they come up with. And there are people, performers, achievers, they don't understand that. What makes this difference? The difference is, are you influencing life, or is life influencing you? And if life is influencing you, you will be small, smaller and smallest day by day. And if you are influencing life, you will be growing and absolute into abundance, into your infinite potential. It depends on what you accept. So, necessity to focus on your true self is very, very important. But again, there is a problem. These days, in the name of meditation, people will focus on, no, it's nothing wrong with that, but still we have to understand, people will focus on some sound, people will focus on some idol, people will focus on some chakra. They say we have 7 chakras, so they concentrate on some chakras, they concentrate on this and they concentrate on that. Remember, if I believe that Lord Sri Rama will help me, save me, protect me, then Lord Sri Rama will protect me, save me to the extent of my belief. If I believe very little and just say Lord Sri Rama will save me, Lord Sri Rama will save me that much only. If I am such a great bhakta that I know that God will save me, I believe that with full conviction, like the great bhaktas of our ancient Sanatana Dharma, like the great Mirabai or the great masters, they did, my belief, my faith works, but my faith is directly proportional to the amount of faith I have. How? my own inner infinite potential, my own inner focus, now strongly believes that that will help me. It's like a mirror. My light goes on to that and it will be reflected back as much light I put down. Am I clear with you? But here also the main problem is, as long as there is an external source reflecting my own inner confidence, I am helpless. If you see any great story of a bhakta, any great story of Namadeva, of Tukaram, of any people, you see, their lives are filled with enormous amount of difficulties. Why? Because they initially believe Lord Panduranga will save them. Slowly they will understand Panduranga is within them, and slowly they realize they are Panduranga. To make this transition of realization, again they have to be put into. So, meditation is not about God, that God will save you, or it is absorbing God's energy. God's energy is already there. You, in one movement, if I show you a snake, in 1 second you can create enormous amount of fear. Yes or no? If I say that you have earned 100 crore lottery, in one moment you can create enormous amount of happiness. Yes or no? You can create an enormous amount of positive energy or enormous amount of negative energy just in a moment. You can create enormous amounts in just a second or less than that. So, absorbing energy from the surrounding or the universe is also a very... So, the Sanatana Dharma always said, Sronatavya, Manatavya, Nididhyasana. You have to first understand the truth, and then you have to continuously, constantly recollect that truth, and then experience the truth. Until otherwise you experience, you cannot have trust on that. So, experiencing yourself and focusing on yourself is meditation. One who helps you experience your own self is the Guru. Under his direction, when you focus on your own self, your own inner humongous possibility called the infinite self expresses, manifests in your life as you, so that you can realize and live the truth in your life. I am born to succeed because I am born to succeed, because I am designed to succeed. You see, I am born to succeed because I am born to succeed. Because I want to be happy? No. Because I will be getting appreciation? No. I am born to succeed because I am born to succeed. And if you want any more reason, because I am designed to succeed. It's natural to me. That's the kind of faith, that's the only kind of faith you're supposed to carry on in your life. Jai Gurudatta. Jai Gurudatta. Jai Jai Gurudatta.